Okay, Chapter 2 of Face the Strange. Okay. Dally sat in the common room, or Ravenpaw, sketching a picture of Hiei and thinking of his kiss. Suddenly, she looked up at the fire in front of her, and a face appeared. The fire turned blue. It was like water, but it was fire, and eyes were yellow. "Hello," said the fire. "Mom?" asked Dally. Just then, Mystique came from the fire. She was naked, but she didn't have any nipples. "Now, now that you are a wizard, I can give you my powers," said Mystique. She handed me an orb, and suddenly the room turned colors. "Ah!" screamed Della. She was in a lot of pain and suffrage. Mystique disappeared, leaving Dally with a belt with an X on it. Now she was a mutant. Dally could feel a new rush of power in her organs. She tried it out and turned into a bat. "Well, I can already do that because I'm a vampire, LOL," she thought to herself. So, she tried it out again and turned into a demon chaos KO. A little spike ball was above her head. "Oh my fucking Christ," she said. "I can turn into whatever I want with Mystique's powers." She pulled out her BlackBerry and texted Hiei. "Hiei, I'm a KO!" He came right over. You know, Hogwarts electronics aren't supposed to work. Did Hogwarts and electronics become, like, best friends suddenly? Oh, okay. She turned back, though, because it was creepy if they kissed, and he said it was really cool. He wanted powers, so he asked the fire, "Can you give me those powers too?" "No!" Mystique showered. "You are not my daughter, and therefore I cannot pass powers on to you. However, if you get married, you will be my son, S-U-N, son, so we can do it then." "You know what that means?" Hiei said. "If we get married, I can have the powers." No, duh. Okay, but suddenly Dally began to think of the other guys in her life. There was Edward. He said that he had Bella, but he said something about liking her on the trolley. And there was Shadow, who looked at her like, "I like you." She loved Hiei, but she liked the others. "I don't think so. I have cold toes." "I have cold toes too, Dally," said Dally, and she ran away crying. "No, you can't leave me here at the altar!" shouted Hiei in upset. "Ha ha!" laughed Mystique. "You will never fucking get to powers." Then she disappeared, so did Hiei, because he was not supposed to be in Ravenclaw's dorm. LOL, WTF, was he thinking? Dally wept quietly to herself, and all of a sudden a blonde walked out of class and approached her. "What's wrong, Dally?" he said. "Who are you?" I asked. "Oh, my name is Draco," he said. "Arf, you okay?" Is he a dog now? Dally looked into Draco's name is Drake now, Drake's eyes, and saw that he cared, and he was full of compassion like a snake. Last time I checked, snakes were kind of like, "I'm gonna bite you." The boy held out and pulled Dally up. "Do you want me to walk you to your class?" he said. "I would love that," Dally said, batting her ashes. They began to walk down the hallway together, and when a blast came out before it hit him, it was Edward. "Dally!" he shouted. "What are you doing with these boys?" "Edward!" It's really none of your business. Now let us go to the Great Hall," she sniffed. "It's dangerous, Sue!" He began to raise his voice. Just then, Draco pulled out his wand, and him and the vampire got in a big fight, but Dumbledore came and broke it up. "That's it," he shouted. "You boys will come, C-U-M, come have a talk with me in my office." And they left. So Deli had to go to the Great Hall by herself, but then Shadow came and joined her. "What's a pretty girl like you doing be yourself in the Great Depression all alone?" he asked her. "Well, he is being an asshole," she said, crying again. Shadow put his paws on her leg and massaged her, caressing. "It's okay," he said. "It's okay." Meanwhile, he updates punishing walls angrily. "Why did I hurt her?" he asked himself. And then he thought of a soluble. "I will win her back," he said. Meanwhile, Draco and Edward were upstairs in Dumbledore's office. They were sitting on his bed because he said they were out of cars. What do you think your punishment should be?" Dumbledore asked, passing around. He was wearing a black t-shirt and ripped Hollister jeans to show off his muscles. Dumbledore with muscles, that's kind of hot. Edward gurred. His senses were tingling. Is he Spider-Man now? Senses were tingling. That something was not wrong. Obviously something's wrong. Not wrong. Okay. Suddenly Dumbledore put his hands on both of their legs and said, I can think of something." "OMG, you faggot!" Draco screamed. He tried to run but could not. End of chapter 2. I didn't laugh at that one either.